Hi everyone, it's Melanie, and today I will be sharing with you my niece's Caitlyn's first birthday party with a few tips, tricks, ideas, and special touches along the way. When consulting with my sister-in-law about the overall theme, the look, and the feel of my niece's first birthday party, she made it crystal clear that she wanted it to be colorful, fun, and one of a kind. And thus the theme Caitlyn's Wonderful World was born. So let's take a journey. As the guests entered into the event, they were greeted by a global guest book with two small signs, and they were asked to sign near one of their favorite places to travel and to include a birthday wish. The map that you see here was purchased at the Dollar Tree for only $1, and it made the perfect keepsake for the occasion. Now, a little side note, the guest table also served double duty as the gift table, and this gorgeous backdrop that you see here was custom made on Etsy, and I borrowed it from a friend. It turned out absolutely fabulous. Next up, you will see her birthday sign. When the guests got ready to enter the actual room, there was a sign that highlighted some of her milestones that she accomplished throughout this wonderful year. Now let's take a look at Caitlyn's centerpieces. I must admit that I was overwhelmed initially with the thought of creating festive and unique centerpieces for a one-year-old birthday party. Well, that was until I took one of my walks through Hobby Lobby one day and I found these perfect globes that you see on the table. I couldn't believe my eyes because they actually matched the color palette that we had come up with. They were pink and they had blue and yellow, and it matched it to the tea, like the sweet tea. I was so ecstatic. So after I secured the globes, I found the little small chalkboards that you see here amongst the summer items, and I knew that they would mesh together with the theme flawlessly. Now this brings me to tip number 1. Don't be afraid to venture out when you're creating centerpieces for your child's birthday party. Think outside of the box. Who would have ever thought that a globe would have been perfect for a one-year-old birthday party? I sure didn't. And as you guys see, I used a Cricut to put her birthday across the globe to further customize it. And if you notice on the table, I had napkins rolled up on the center of the plates with little small flowers attached to the napkins. I got these flowers at Target. Now here's tip number 2. Don't be afraid to mix and match. Use highs and lows. A little of this and a little of that really goes a long way when you're doing party planning. When you're planning a party, to remember, everything doesn't have to come in a set. I know a lot of times when you're doing themed birthday parties for your kids, you want to get the Superman tablecloth, the Superman plates, and all of that. You don't have to put everything in a set or a collection. The more you substitute, the more couture your party would look. Just remember to coordinate the colors. And speaking of coordinating, it brings me to tip number 3. Let's talk about that. Shop off season and far in advance of your event. The flowers that you see here were purchased at Target on the 90% off Easter sale. I knew that they were, matching. They would match the color palette for the party, but I just didn't know at the time how I was going to use them. But I knew for 30 cents for a pack of 6, I couldn't go wrong. And it turned out gorgeous. And for the smaller chalkboards, my friend Lakiva added some of her major milestones, like words she could say and things she liked to do, her favorite toys. She added those to the chalkboard, and it was absolutely beautiful. And she used chalk markers to write on each one of the chalkboards that you see here. They turned out wonderful. Now, when planning her party, I wanted to do some birthday stations to make the party really unique. So the first one was Caitlyn's small corner of the world. The inspiration came when I spotted these small round white tables in Hobby Lobby at 80% off, which made them around $4. I had been looking for some kiddie tables to rent in our area, but all of our rental facilities did not carry them because we live in kind of a rural area. So when I saw these, I immediately knew that they would be perfect for her party. So I kept them white and I painted the legs gold to match the gold chairs because I wanted some gold, and then I painted the chairs at her table pink. They were absolutely amazing for the toddlers to enjoy. Now next up is her little play area entitled Caitlyn's Whirlpool. I must admit that I fell in love with this idea the moment it came to mind. I was a bit obsessed about how I would carry it out, and as fate would have it, I walked into the Dollar Tree and found these little beach balls with globes on them for just $1. So I ordered this multicolored swimming pool that you see here from Amazon, along with the little small balls, and her whirlpool was a hit. The next area is Caitlyn's Carried Away Candid station. Now, when I was putting this together, I wanted to use hot air balloons as my inspiration. So I used I created this backdrop using some bulletin board paper from Hobby Lobby, some felt paper, and some pennant flags from an old school Target haul from the dollar bin section. And I wanted to create two different kind of baskets kind of for the kids. So the first one was like this smaller basket that you see here. You could sit a baby or a toddler inside of the basket to take pictures. And then I had the box that you see on the left for the larger kids to be able to take pictures. So here are the two different styles that we created for the kids to enjoy. As you guys can see, the second larger one was more of a box that we created to have a woven look. And again, this smaller basket for the smaller kids. And they were able to sit in both and have their photos taken by a professional photographer. And with the balloons attached to each side, they did get a little carried away. Now, our last activity was a balloon artist and a face painter. And the kids really enjoyed having this option because there was a little something going on for everyone at the same time. And now for the showstopper of the party, and that is Caitlyn's Couture dessert station. Now, I have to give props to my baker, Rachel. She outdid herself with these tasty treats. I sent her, seriously, you guys, about 1 million photos of different inspiration that I had found for this dessert table. And I wanted it to be really special and really unique. I wanted to step outside of the box and do some things that I had never done before, like the hand-painted backdrop that you see in the background that was created by an inspiring children's book artist and I wanted her to kind of hand paint this backdrop for me, and it was by far one of the best decisions that I have ever made. It made everything look so cohesive. The cupcakes turned out gorgeous as always. You see some hot air balloons, the number 1, and a C for Caitlyn. She also did some cake pops and kind of sat them on top of Reese's cups, and they looked absolutely fabulous. The little small stands that you see the cookies sitting on, they were from TJ Maxx, and she made the cookies in the shape of the stands, and it was just perfect. In the back with the number 1 is her smash cake. Caitlyn had never had cake before, so she was like, what in the world is this? But it turned out so great. Now let me give you guys a little trick. Do you see the white plates that the gumball machines were sitting on? Well, those plates, I had them initially sitting on a table, but they were a little bit low when it looked, when I started looking at everything else. And so I sat those on top of some wire stands. They're organization stands for cabinets. I got those from the Dollar Tree and sat those on top of the stands. And I'm telling you guys, it turned out wonderful. It kind of looked like they were made that way, but I just sat them on top of the stand to kind of lift my gumball machines and to make the table look more cohesive. I absolutely love the way that this turned out. The cake was amazing. The pennant flags from the cake kind of was cohesive with the pennant flags on the backdrop. Everything came together so beautifully. Now, no party is complete without good food. So here's Caitlyn's cafe and kitty cocktail station. The foods were absolutely amazing for this party. We had a little bit for kids and a little bit for adults, and we also had a cocktail station featuring a custom pink birthday punch. Gifting party favors is the perfect way to thank your guests for attending your birthday party, and this is exactly what we did at Caitlyn's Continental Favor Caddy Station. Now, her grandmother put together these wonderful caddies that you see on the table, but right now let's talk about these flowers. These flowers, oh my gosh, they are so amazing. I have never seen a favor table look so favorable. When I started planning this party, Tracy of Enchanting Blossom Studios Materials agreed to make these beautiful paper flowers in the color palette for my niece's birthday party, and I absolutely could not wait to use them. I paired them with the backdrop, and I wanted to use just a simple happy birthday sign, simple yellow fabric, and a rosette tablecloth because I did not want to kind of overwhelm this favor table. I didn't want to take away from the beauty of the roses or the paper flowers. They were absolutely gorgeous. And if you would like to order some of these for your next project or event, contact Enchanting Blossom Studio on Facebook. She's also on Instagram. These would be perfect for photo backdrops, weddings, proms, showers, birthday parties, and even home decor. So they turned out absolutely gorgeous, and thank you so much, Tracy. Her grandmother did an awesome job putting these caddies together. I mean, they were filled with goodies, and the kids loved them. Nothing makes a party more special than tailored touches, and that's exactly what I did in a lot of elements of this party. Like, for example, I found this super birthday girl kind of cape that you could put on your child for their first birthday so they don't mess up their cute outfits. I got it at Claire's, and it was only like $1. It's perfect for this occasion. I also created this custom birthday hat. I saw one on Etsy, but it was too expensive. If you guys want to see a tutorial on that, leave me a comment in the description box below. Another special touch at Caitlyn's Wonderful World first birthday party was this gorgeous backdrop. It was hand painted and one of a kind. The last thing that I did was I spray painted some chairs that we had at church in the nursery, and I spray painted them gold to give a very couture look. They look absolutely wonderful at the little kiddie tables that you see here, and I just love the way that they turned out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and watching how I planned my niece's first birthday party. I would love to hear from you. If any of these ideas or tricks, if you found them useful, let me know how you plan to use them in the future. Also, I would love to have you to be a part of all of my social media outlets, as I am constantly updating on Facebook and Instagram. A lot of times I update and give sneak peeks of what's to come on YouTube. So join me on Facebook and Instagram at Living Luxuriously for Less. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I absolutely am so grateful for all of you guys for following me. Thank you so much for your continued support. And until next time, it's Melanie from Living Luxuriously for Less. Bye-bye.